Boom. Welcome to the show. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
No
What's
Steve.
up? I forgot there's no Steve this week. So Steve is he's busy tonight, so he may pop on, who knows, but at the same time, we got a little light show for you today, but we're going to talk about some John Williams stuff and go over some news and blah blah blah. But you know, how's those guys week? How's everything going? Is it weird to talk about the week when we actually record a show on Saturday?
It is. It is.
It's only Wednesday. Like, you know, how have you been since last Wednesday?
Pretty good. So, Raging Mando, Sean, you're a pro,
Thank you,
right
sir.
on time.
Thank you. I try.
See, This is a new thing, though. This wasn't an always thing. Sean being on time.
Oh no. On time. There's times I miss shows because I was asleep. What are you talking about? Now, again, I've turned a new leaf in the last 2 years, I guess. Maybe I say, would he be a year, 2 years old?
Since I moved to Florida.
Since you moved to Florida. So yeah, I'm on some new shit. So but yeah, my week has been all right, you know, same old shit, different day, you know, moving on, keep it carrying. I haven't been buying anything though, man. It's like there's like nothing I really want. So it's like, especially Star Wars. Well, I'm still waiting for my stuff from you, and you still waiting for me stuff from me. So we got.
I gotta send you your stuff, Sean, your 3PO and stuff. But I have two pictures to show you guys. I was so upset. I didn't know that these didn't go through because when I drove back, I was in Chattanooga last weekend for a race, for my daughter's race, and we stopped at, which is not far from us here. So Jenny and I were talking about going back. You know, I like to hunt at flea markets and antique malls and stuff like that. And they had a couple Star Wars figures in the case we walk in. And for some odd reason, I thought you guys got because Steve got the ET poster text, but this didn't go through the Star Geeks text.
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
So I'm going to present these two, and then let me know if any of these you need, because these are the vintage figures. So I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Ed has everything. Ed doesn't need anything.
But so they sent this little, I mean, $9.99 for the.
Yeah, we got those.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know if anything here was good for you guys, and then there was another one. These were $14.99 or $15.99.
Yeah, we got those. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, there's different heads on Han Solo. Like that's something that a lot of people do.
Here's two set. That's what I was looking at. These both look different.
Big head, little head.
Big head, little head. Which one is more expensive, Ed? The big head or the little head? I forgot.
I do not know. I know I have both in the case, but
and these two look the same, but then their faces were different. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's like
Bespin Leia.
Yeah, I don't know, but she doesn't have all her. She has like a whole thing, like it's
plastic
not even,
cape.
Yeah, it's not even like, you know, complete. But
that's why I figured you guys ignored me, and then when I looked at my text, thing, I was like, okay.
Remember, like Yoda. Glare. There's an Ewok in there.
There is an Ewok in here.
I don't know which one it is. With those, you never know. I'm sure that they know if it's a good one, but
yeah,
I don't know. There are some things here that small head Han is rare.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That would be this one.
I always like that one better anyway.
Yeah, so do I.
So
remember, I'm looking for lunch boxes, man.
I was looking. But we didn't get through this whole place. That's why we want to go back. But there were a lot of stuff there. So you know, I just figured, hey, I'll show you guys two photos of Star Wars stuff I found in a quick hunt. So
well, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I try. I found some Nintendo stuff, like just figures and a Animal Crossing book.
Star Wars Nintendo or no?
No,
but you
Mario and Yoshi. I have all the games. Yeah, no, there wasn't really any games. At least what I got through of this, it was a big ass like flea market antique mall kind of thing. So
okay,
but I'll go back. So now that I know small head Han is rare, I'm gonna pick him up for myself.
Well, yeah, basically. Well, Ed, how was your week? Did you do anything special?
Nothing that comes to mind. I know Halloween's now behind us. We had some fun Halloween events as always. Got the-
Car wash is doing the other car wash is doing good and everything.
That's all good. It's as you mentioned before we went live. It's No Shave November. I'm not sure how long I will last through the month of November, but
Okay.
I clearly have shaven because I can't stand stubble.
Question: will you be doing a May 4th at the car wash?
we've
Maybe.
never done one.
We talked about it, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where, with Halloween, it's easy to kind of just get some random masks and throw like a cape over my guys and have some fun.
Right.
I'm really the only one who goes all out and puts way more money than I should into a costume just because that's how I am when it comes to the cosplay side. So I don't know how I could do a May the 4th with like a single character as like, I have, I don't think really my Stormtrooper armor fits me quite the same way that it used to.
Mhm.
Because you're swollen jack, that's why.
Actually, I'm happy to say
He's
that
just
yes,
he's just
that is the
ripping through the
problem.
armor.
I can't put it over my arms anymore. So
Lex, what's going on?
that's not a bad problem to have. But I do want to get new trooper armor. I do have Boba Fett armor.
There's no giveaways, Lex. So we don't even we ain't gotten to that giveaway shit yet. We still gotta get some more. We still gotta get some more cats over here before we start doing giveaways.
I have Boba Fett armor, but I actually showed it to some of the guys in the 501st a long time ago, and when they just ripped it to shreds, I'm like, all right, I'm never wearing this again. Thank you very much.
But you have it on a mannequin, though. It looks cool as shit.
I do. It looks good on a mannequin. I have Jedi robes, which are really good, but
You do.
it would be hard to figure out how to do a May the 4th. I'd love to figure out a way.
Well, you just
So-
call the 501st. Maybe I might be able to get them over there for you.
Yeah.
That might
I
be-
mean, if we were to do something to where we do like a May the 4th, have them come over and maybe do something that goes towards charity, I'm sure I could definitely get them to come and play. So
There you
who
go.
knows? Maybe we'll have to figure something out at some point, but that would
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, nope. I've
No.
got
Good.
nothing.
Go to
Okay.
Ollie's and get a bunch of Black Series peg warmers and pass them out to the kids.
Well, I could, but the Ollie's near me closed. They're gone.
Yeah, there's one by
Really?
me.
Yeah.
I got like 58 of them around here. Great.
So
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll let you take it away with the news. Hold on. You know you need your intro.
I love that it says your whole government on there instead of just by Ed Henry.
yeah.
Good. Take it away.
So I know I sent this out to the text of you guys, and I'm sure that you've seen it. What did you think of the new trailer for Skeleton Crew?
I'm on board, man. Like, listen, you can't tell me nothing about this that I'm like, oh, it's gonna be terrible. I think it's cute. I think the kids look great. I think everything looks pretty fun. Like, I'm all on, man. Like, there's the stuff now is it's such a hit or miss. So, like, to me, I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. If it's not written well, then what can you do?
Yeah.
But to me, you can't really. I don't think I've in the last 10, 15 years, I haven't seen a really bad kids movie like that. So like I mean, can it get any worse than I don't know. Like it can't get any worse than anything, right? Hello? Like I would assume.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's geared toward kids. It gives us the 80s
Yo, absolutely.
kid movie vibes that we grew up watching. So it'll bring us in that nostalgic regard. It's Star Wars theme, and maybe it'll get a younger generation into Star Wars more. Because
YouTube.
Well, I mean that's the thing, right? Like it's interesting that they're going for this movie or this series. I'm sorry. Because like I don't know if kids these days are into Star Wars like how Star Wars was in the 80s, 90s, and even when the even recently with the sequel trilogy, right? Like when when episode 7 came out, there was big fanfare for it. It's not that same kind of fanfare, and kids don't really play with toys anymore. So it's like getting them in with toys and Happy Meals and all that kind of stuff. It's not what it used to be.
It don't work. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right. That's you just made me think about that. I was like, yo, kids don't watch shit. They got like it's like 15 minutes, so they'll watch something and then they're like, I'm out. Like they don't.
Yeah.
If it's not on YouTube,
Well, you're gonna see. I really think you're gonna see a huge decline in a lot of different things. I mean, you're seeing it right now, even in sports. Like the NBA is down in viewership and everything like that because it's like as kids kids and young adults don't watch games like we used to watch games. We watch the full game. I still sit Sundays, watch all football. They pick up the highlights, the Saquon Barkley jumping backwards over a bunch of dudes. Oh, that was awesome.
that was
Swipe,
dope,
moving to the next thing, right? You know what I mean? So it's like they don't have the same attachments like we did when this was all we got. It was the sole focus. Their focus and attention is all over the place. Even like Alex is getting into football here with me. He'll watch 5 minutes of the game, disappear for an hour, come back, check on the score, say a bunch of nonsense to me where I want to just throw something at him because he jinxes the Bears, and then leave again, and then come back into the end of the game, and I'm like, yo, like but it's going to be through different media that they're going to get this stuff. So it's like that's why like having a good Star Wars game is important to build that generation up, right? Because they're playing video games. It's like, and I was talking to him about that, and he's like, oh, I kind of want, either the new Madden or the NCAA game. He's never played a sports game in his life. Now he's asking about it, right? So it's like, that's how he's going to learn sports. And, same with Star Wars, like you need this multimedia juggernaut, and they did a little bit of stuff with Fortnite where they had characters and stuff in and out, and that got some hype, but it's not their passion. And Amanda, I mean, that's great. Like I have some of that too, but not in everything I'm passionate about. My family loves, my kids love Marvel. They watch all the Marvel stuff.
I'll tell you,
even my girls
lost.
Huh?
I'm lost. Like there's no watching. Zoe.
Oh, you with Zoe? Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I was like, so you want to see Skeleton Crew? She's like, next. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is ebbs and flows change, right? Like it all depends, what the item is. Like Deadpool, Wolverine, the kids everybody loved. Agatha, the kids, two of the girls loved. Alex could care less.
Yeah,
what I mean. So it's like it's all ebb and flows on that stuff. But like when we were growing up, we were hit by all directions. Toys, cartoons, merchandise, everything, and we were focused in on that. We didn't have everything at our fingertips. We had to go and seek this stuff out.
So are they marketing
rant about I don't even know what, but this looks good, so there you go. Trailer looked good.
No, I loved your rant. Go ahead. Yeah.
Are they marketing this to where they're trying to get us first because we're Star Wars fans, we grew up with things in this time frame, but making it good to where they'll get us and get enough buzz then to bring the kids in and maybe follow up from there? Because this could be like Stranger Things.
They have to at this point. Yeah. Like we're the last fan base of like grown adult men and women are the last fan base that were, 80s, 90s, 2000s that are left for Star Wars. So like they have to gear it towards us because nobody else is going to watch this shit but us at this point.
Well, yeah, we're carrying the torch, right?
Yeah.
For it. So, I mean, yes, but I still think you could do a marketing campaign for it, right? Like I don't know. I didn't. Wasn't there a Toy Fair thing coming up and everything?
Toy Fair's coming up, but
there was some convention coming that just happened. I can't remember which one where they showed new toys coming out. I didn't see anything for Skeleton Crew, so I don't know.
Yeah, that does give me an Explorers vibe. I did like that movie. Goonies, really translates more, but at the same time, Amanda, like you said, They're trying to go with the Stranger Things, but Stranger Things is going to be hard to duplicate. Like you just,
Yeah. And
It's
that's
just
more of
so-
kind of like a thriller horror.
Yeah.
So, although, and I meant to kind of break this down, but totally forgot until mentioning this now.
Mm.
The song they play during that trailer, that's an 80s song that I think that they're singing in Huttese or a Star Wars language.
I didn't even catch that. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, because it's
It
definitely an
would've been-
80s vibe, but then they
Yeah.
start actually singing lyrics, and I'm like, well, that's what language is that? So I think that they're Star Wars-ifying 80s music, which is kind of cool.
I think the characters look great. I think the practicals and whatever they use for this, I think looks great. The person that I'm iffy about is Jude Law. Like, I don't know how he's gonna bring it. Jude Law is always good though, but like this is different. So I'm curious to see how he plays in this one. So
Agreed.
kids, I'm not worried about.
No. They do this every once in a while, but
Ooh,
Bubba Wallace,
Wait for this.
that car, it looks good.
Yeah,
And they had Hayden Christensen go for a ride along.
yeah.
So-
Columbia always does a great job with their Star Wars merch. I just
Mhm.
I'm lying. I have the fucking Boba Fett. I have the Boba Fett jacket.
Yeah.
So from Columbia, and they do a great job again. So like I'm looking forward to seeing what they release. I don't think it's released yet. I don't think they've released it yet, not that I know of.
Not that I've heard, but
Yeah.
you know, when they're branding the car, that it's
Yeah.
coming.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, I know it's coming. It is coming. It is definitely coming.
And it feels like we talk about this almost every week, that someone from kind of like the family of the original Star Wars, we're losing them slowly but surely. So Greg Hildebrandt, who provided us with that iconic poster that everybody sees and that kind of starts that nostalgia. 85, good long life.
I got a chance to meet Greg Hildebrandt last year at what Comic-Con? Baltimore Comic-Con, I think. Or
Nice.
Austin-Con. He actually signed 2 of my books. 2 books I got from him. One I bought from him, one I actually had. He signed it for me. Kind of wish I'd have got the poster to get signed, but oh well.
Especially because you have the original, right? You have an original
I do have an original.
theatrical.
Yeah. I don't think it's is it a Hildebrandt? I'm not even sure. But I do have an original poster, so like that was to me, because there were 2 different ones, although because they edited this one, because I don't have this one. I have the other one, the first.
Oh,
one.
okay. I couldn't remember which one you had.
Yeah, I do want. I would like to have a Hildebrandt now, but I mean, it costs way too much. I'd have the original one. Yeah, it'd be dope. But you know, what can you do? But I did get a chance to meet him. He signed my stuff. Really nice guy. I didn't know, like, he seemed a little bit younger though. Like I didn't know he was 85, and you know,
Yeah.
sucks. I know he had got sick just recently too, so that sucks.
Star Wars Outlaws says they're making changes if anyone actually cares. I'll go in and play it because I have it and I already paid for it.
So
but-
hyped for this game.
Wait, did you see the trailer? It looked amazing.
I
Oh,
get
it did.
They just like every other game, the trailer looks great. How many movies have we been lied to on this? That's what I'm saying. Like, they can't have these epic failures. They lose generations. So
Snoop Dogg,
So-
I appreciate you.
Nope.
Snoop Dogg.
Dogg.
So,
I
bitch,
love the mashup in his picture. That's
Oh.
fantastic.
Oh, it is iconic.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think. I mean, number one, these games need to be multiplayer. I think
Oh,
these single player games are just,
Oh,
you guys jump on and still play Red Dead. How old
Oh,
is that damn game?
I'm playing it now. I know Steve
that's what
asked
I'm
me
saying.
about
You
jumping
guys-
into multiplayer, and I'm ready.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are still in it, and that's the kind of stuff that multiplayer, co-op, Amanda. Like, that's what this game needs. Like, I don't know why they didn't do it from the get-go. It makes no sense.
that's and I always wonder when they go through these things. Like if you look at the games that have legs and last, like Grand Theft Auto, it's good. It has the multiplayer, and it's been going forever.
Mhm.
Why would you not try to replicate that?
Yeah. Red Dead 2 is still $60 because it's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
94%. I'm almost there.
The Disney Store is releasing a new a Ren helmet and a Ren Legacy lightsaber hilt will be available November 17th at the Disney Store. This is not Kylo Ren. This is Ren. I think another character. I don't know this character from Star Wars. Maybe Ed, you do.
I think isn't it just the Knights of Ren, like a
Is it
Ren
the
helmet?
Knights of Ren? I don't know. Like I'm not 100% sure on this one. This is something. This is maybe a deeper cut than I know about. But there is a comic book character based off of Ren. Maybe it was like the beginning of the Knights of Ren, I think, but don't quote me on that. Listen, but because there is a character named Ren. Here's what he looks like actually from the comics. Let's see, this guy right here.
Oh, that looks like the helmet that you just showed. So
yeah, yep. So Ren is one of the leader of the Knights of Ren. Actually, Ren was the old name that stood for the Knights of the Ren leader. By the Imperial era, the Knights were led by Ren, a human male who had gained the red lightsaber. So I again, this is a deeper cut. I don't know what this is all about, but I guess they wanted to release it. I don't know. Not really something that I'm into, but this legacy stuff is doing pretty well. So like maybe they'll jump on it. Maybe. I don't know. The C-3PO helmet, I'm pretty sure that's sold out. I think it's still available at parks. No?
Sold out at the parks.
Damn, for real? Oh shit. Why, was you gonna get another one?
Actually, we all looked at it because they showed it to us when I picked up yours because they had one display left because it was I had the last one in the box. Yeah. And they were taking it apart and showing it, and the kids were all like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, they had a Deadpool one similar where like it talked and interacted."
Yeah, Deadpool talk. Yeah.
So, if somehow there's a case floating around somewhere and they have it in there, I might get it. So,
okay.
But I still have to send yours with your backpack and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. you know how you wait. But at the same time, I get it because I do the same thing. So, Hot Toys is releasing a 1/6 scale Purge Trooper. I mean, the Hot Toys game is
they look so good.
But the crazy part is that like there's so many pre-orders for Hot Toys, and there's so many they're not sending anything out, like they're kind of canceling stuff or like back ordering stuff, but they release so many Hot Toys, it's like ridiculous. So I don't know, man. I'm very curious. It is a worldwide release, but they're only making 2,500 pieces worldwide. So I guess you have to RSVP it. I don't know. I'm not a Hot Toys guy, so it really doesn't matter to me. And the HasLab Ghost apparently is about to be sent out, I think in December. So I have that coming, but I'm not going to keep mine. I'm definitely going to get rid of it.
What?
I just don't want it, dude. It's way too big. I don't think I need it, and it's just not one of the ships that I'm really, really like looking for. So
if you guys are into Hot Toys, like keep an eye out because Sideshow is doing for the last couple of weeks like a free. With any order, you got a free Dark Trooper.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good but I mean, they must not be selling a lot of Hot Toys, or maybe the Dark Troopers aren't really selling that well.
Maybe they weren't selling that well, or they had too many. I don't know. But they're sold out. That is done. But Sideshow's saying that there's going to be another figure giveaway coming. Because they were doing a bunch of coupons, they're doing a bunch of stuff, they're doing their Black Friday deals are coming early. So,
are you going to do your Black Friday special show this year?
Yeah, I can start pulling that together. The problem with Black Friday these days, again, this is just like everything. This is just like this John Williams documentary that we just watched,
We're
where
about
it's
to
like
talk
it's like everything that once was that was magical and amazing is just dead now. Like Black Friday
Yeah.
is not the same.
No,
Like you
it's
get
not
deals now all over. There's deals going on right now.
every
Yeah.
fucking day. Yeah.
Who cares? It's not awesome. You're not seeing the fights in the malls anymore. Nobody cares.
No.
Nobody wants to punch somebody in the face for that $50 TV. I miss those days.
Yeah, I missed those.
Waiting in line at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo,
like-
Snoop.
Yeah.
I just want to say, real Snoop Dogg got a Darth Vader tattoo this week, and it looks amazing. It looks really good. I wish I had a picture of it, but it looks really good. Like, so it makes me want to be like, I can't wait to get my whole sleeve done at some point when I get the gumption up to go get it done.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
my tattoo.
Oh, I can't wait till you get your first butt Spider-Man tattoo. What you gonna get on the back of your calf or something like that?
I was thinking about I said Avengers A, and then on the other cap would be like the Spider-Man like logo or something.
Yeah, I was supposed to do it.
What are you waiting for?
I'm too old.
Yeah. He wanted me to do it, but I'm not tattooing anymore. So.
Yeah, when Sean was all in it, tattooing, and had all the equipment, but
I still got the equipment though. But
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about it. We're here. We talked about John Williams. Ed, you got any pictures for this? Yes, you do.
Of course.
Always, man. Always, man. Gosh, always come prepared. So we got a chance to sit down and I guess watch the Disney Plus documentary of John Williams
So good.
by John Williams. And there's not really much we can really kind of talk about to just really tell us that John Williams is fucking amazing. But like, I have so much after watching this documentary, I have so much more appreciation for him and what he's done. Like, it's just a phenomenal career, man. Like,
well,
and how
it's not even a phenomenal career. It's an insane impact
yes,
on almost everyone who is alive.
and I
Yeah.
Right? Because like I didn't even know all the TV show intro music and everything that he did from the 50s and 60s and like all the as many movies. I knew he did a ton of movies, but you look at that and it's like every decade, probably from the 50s and on, he put out some remarkable music that is stuck in people's heads. People who grew up watching TV in the 50s know those theme songs. In the 60s, know those theme songs. In the 70s, know those movies. In the 80s, 90s, today, like it's insane.
Oh yeah.
The impact this one man has had on just about every living person on the planet. Because you hear a note,
Yo,
you
literally,
know.
like he has to like you gotta get that man a statue or something. Like,
So
he
Yeah,
already
they
got-
gave him a build. They gave him a building.
they
I mean,
gave him a building.
they-
though. Yeah, they gave him a building.
and they had the one comment in the show to where I think it was even Spielberg was talking to John Williams or Johnny as the
Yeah.
from his younger
It's
days.
so weird hearing them talk.
Yeah.
It's like what everybody call it like Richard Donner. He's like, oh, Dick Donner, and I'm like, I've never
what-
heard people, but it's always like friend people. Oh, I love
Oh, yeah.
Dick Donner, and I'm like, Dick Donner. It's like,
Yeah, who are you talking about? Exactly. But they make the comment where it's like, well, John Williams goes, well, you should get a better composer. And they're like, yeah, we would like to, but they're all dead. And that's one of the things that I actually think that John Williams is a Beethoven, Mozart living with us today who just isn't recognized at that level currently, but he will be because of just how much he's done and how impactful. I mean, he is an amazing musician that he'll be measured up to those individuals in history without question.
Yeah, I mean, Olympics, the
Oh, yeah.
damn NFL. Like you look at all these different things, and it's like, hey, maybe
I
you're not a
didn't
nerd and like movies, but then all of
I
a sudden
didn't
you
even
Sunday
know-
Night Football.
I didn't even know he did the NFL one. Like till today, I was
Neither
like,
did
oh,
I.
shit. I was like, oh shit. I was
I was
like,
like, wait a second, what? That's what I'm
Yo.
saying. It's crazy. Yeah, him doing the Lost in Space theme on a ukulele while sitting in Hawaii, figuring that out. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right. No, I think that's the thing, Ed. I think you're wrong in the sense that
Like,
I do think people think he is at that level now. You know what I mean? It's taken him now in his 90s for that respect to be put on his name, but I think it's there. And I think long down the road, all this stuff is going to live on forever. This is going to live
Without
on past
question.
oh
everything.
no, a little. This will live on.
He's legendary. And Snoke Dogg, you know, 51 with the tattoo. I bow down to that. You know.
Yeah. So you go
yeah.
from this stuff that I had no idea he did most of these.
Yeah.
And then his introduction to a lot. I mean, and again, I'm rolling through looking at his IMDb credits, and it goes on forever.
Mhm. It does go on forever.
Yeah.
I remember, and you know, I didn't even know. Like, I watched this, the Poseidon Adventure. I watched the Fiddler on the Roof. I watched these movies. I didn't know. I just didn't know until Jaws. Like, I don't think I even knew that.
Yeah.
You get a few notes, and it brings such emotion.
No,
And it's funny that, you know, like, yes, I knew he did most of Spielberg's movies, but like, no, he did every Spielberg movie. like his first movie ever that Spielberg did. Nope, he did that one too. I'm like, what?
it made you know what's funny, and I didn't realize it till today. I did not realize it, and it made me feel like, oh, I do have something of John Williams, and I forgot I had this. I forgot I had the original Star Wars album, and I was like, damn, yo, I like really do have that, and I like, and it's very, again, iconic. Like, it's fucking awesome. So like, to have that piece, if I could only get it signed by him, would be great. But like, again, I mean, to have it is pretty awesome, man. Like, I didn't realize I had it until I just looked in my cabinet. And I was like, damn, I have this. So it's nice to have that in record form, which is dope.
And I know the term gets thrown around, and I especially use Sean, tease you when you use a grail item. But especially after watching this, and not only the impact that he's had with Star Wars, which obviously is this show's primary focus, but everything that he's done that I've just adored my entire life, I would love to have an actual John Williams used baton. I mean, I'm sure he's used hundreds, if not thousands of them, but to have one of his batons to put on the wall to say that John Williams actually conducted with one of those would be fantastic. That's one of those items.
But now, you know what? After this documentary, everybody's going to try to find one. Or everybody's going to try to find something John Williams.
Need to find it now because, again, he's long in the tooth. And while it'd be great if he lived forever, it's not in the cards for any of us. So
yeah,
he
man,
passes on.
At what, 92, right? I think that's where he's at, 91, 92. Like, man, he's like, his mental is like tip top. Like,
Oh,
he's
without
still
question.
sharp as, man, like sharper than I am. Shit. Like, you know, I'm half his age and he can probably run circles around me. He's out there playing golf, still conducting, still writing music. I'm like, geez.
I mean,
Can't
the
wake up in the
prices,
morning.
the prices on, oh my God. Like, they want what, $10,000 signed autograph Star Wars sketch, which is like crazy. 1,200 is not too bad, I guess. 1,400 for a signed autograph music frame. I mean,
John Williams just got a tattoo. See?
Yep.
You know, maybe my age doesn't make me old, but my mental, I'm old.
I wish one more time he would just go on tour. One time. Just one more time go on tour.
You know, so many dumb decisions we've made, like, over the years. Like, we just pass up on things because we take it for granted. You know, like I still am mad at myself when I was doing Indiana PopCon or Indiana Comic Con, one of those cons with Rob and them where we did panels and stuff. And Carrie Fisher was there, And like
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids were there, like, oh, should we go? And I'm like, we'll see her. She'll be around.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Like, you know, but like it's the same thing. It's like we miss these things because again, we're not we're not in the moment.
Yeah, John Williams. Now he's been on the East Coast. He's did it all. It's just like, damn. Now he's just in California and he does what, the bowl? I guess the Hollywood Bowl still, like,
Yeah.
maybe. And it's just like, damn, man. One time, even if he goes to Boston, I'm gonna go. God damn it, I'm gonna go. If he's there, I'm gonna go one more time. I gotta see him once, just once, hopefully.
Yeah. But just to think that he writes these things that are so impactful. I mean, Star Wars, we know when you go and see a movie and you get that. I mean, it sends chills up my spine to this day.
It does. And what during the documentary, somebody, I think it was JJ, I don't know who had said it, but it was like, it gives you it watching them now and listening to the music now gives you that feeling of being a kid again. And it really, really does. It makes you feel like watching Indiana Jones. You get that kid feeling inside you, and it's just like, damn, man. And that's the music that fucking sells these movies. It is the work of the actors is great, but the music just sells it, man. That's a great.
Well, I think Spielberg called out, right? Like it's a, you know, his work is as impactful as his directing. Like them two together is what made the movie. It wasn't just one or the other. It's just like help, you know, like these days, you know, yeah, we notice. I mean, Steve, if he was on here, like Steve loves scores. Like he'll downgrade a movie if the movie could be one of the best movies ever, and if the score is not great, Steve will downgrade the shit out of it.
Yeah, right.
Which is fine. I mean, but that's what people like. But you look at these, and it's like all of these movies, all of them. Like you can sit there and you can hum the, you know, we do it up in the house all the time. Like, you know, all of a sudden we're gonna go to Universal Studios, and it's like, oh, we're gonna go ride, you know, the Jurassic Park Velocicoaster, and all of a sudden everybody's doing the Jurassic Park theme. Everyone's doing this theme. We're going to this thing. And it's all him.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? That's called something sunrise. Damn it, my brain is like farting. But yeah, but that Luke scene is just like,
Oh yeah, the binary sun.
Oh my god, so beautiful, man. I love that. That's one part I love. Binary sun.
And I loved learning in the documentary that like his time in Boston was not like great for him. Like they did not like him because they thought that movie scores were garbage. And I'm like, that's interesting, right? Because like these days, like it's all about the scores, right?
Yeah,
like, we love the scores.
Shoot, Close Encounters, they talked about 5 notes.
Yeah.
I mean, iconic with 5 notes.
Yo, it was so iconic.
Well, just Jaws with 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
E.T., all of these.
Do you have the score for E.T.? Did you have? And I fucking hate E.T. I do not like E.T. I am not an E.T. fan, but the score to E.T. is so iconic and so amazing. I am not an E.T. fan, but like to me, it's iconic though. Like there's nothing more you can really say. And there are like moments in that movie where you know you get that feeling of like, you know, when they're Elliot and E.T. are together, and it's like you get that sense.
Oh yeah.
E.T. does make me feel like a kid again though, but I just never liked that movie. It's always crazy.
Mando said it in the chat too. I mean, it's the emotion that it brings.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like I just not an ET fan. Like it just freaks me out. It's freaked me out to this day.
Neither is my wife. Neither is my wife. Jenny hates ET, man. She's terrified of ET. She like no joke. She's still like whenever we're at a hotel or anything, I have to lay in the bed nearest the door because ET is going to come and get her. That's 40 years of trauma, 45 years of trauma from ET. Yeah, and like even when they're playing the ET stuff, I'm like, he's coming to get. I said he's coming to get you tonight. Come and get you tonight.
So here's one of those things that'll melt your brain. When you're watching ET and they're doing their Halloween trick or treat, and
Yes.
ET's got the he's a ghost because he's got the holes punched out. He sees Yoda, somebody in a
Yeah.
Yoda costume, and he kind of pauses. Is that because ET's species is part of the Galactic Senate that they recognize him?
Well, I mean, we clearly we saw that, right? Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
retconned it.
it's
So-
kind of crazy. That's a good pull, though, Ed. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna pull my Gen X card.
So now with Superman, when I was pulling that clip, I went through, I think I listened to a full minute and a half just because that score is so good.
Let me ask you a question, though. Should every Superman movie have that score? I feel like it should because it is iconic. I feel like that Superman song is Superman. I don't know, and none of the new movies really used it. Maybe Man of Steel kind of did, but not really. But like,
I bet-
it was like,
Didn't they splice it in somewhere in Justice League? I can't remember.
yeah, I can't remember, but like that should be played just like the Batman fucking shit should be played all the time too. So like, I don't,
Danny Elfman's. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't understand why like they're getting away from, and like John Williams said, like the new conductors or new like music positions, like they all use like digital and whatever. There's no more orchestra. There's no more that high impact and feeling for movies. Like, what is the last movie that you had like that feeling that wasn't done by John Williams? Yeah, I'll wait.
I mean, there's some that are close, but they don't come to that bar.
No, I
They
mean
close.
they're not to that peak level, right? I mean, for me, like the Avengers theme is I love that theme. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
that's
if I'm
probably
walking
the
to
closest
Avengers
you're gonna
campus,
get.
I'm walking in. I when I was in Disneyland and they play the theme, all I'm like, man, it gets me going. But like, you're right. I mean, but the Williams stuff is like S tier, right? Like these other ones, everything else maybe gets to A, B tier, C tier, but like it's that. I mean, like you look at these movies, right? Like, and again, I look at the difference in these
Oh.
movies.
They're all over the place.
You know, it goes from Jurassic Park to, I mean, the fact they did Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same damn year.
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that Spielberg did them both in the same year is just ridiculous in itself, right? Like they both did these two movies in the same year. Could not be more opposite in the type of movies you're going to do.
Yo, but Schindler's List was an amazing movie. Like it gets you like, but
that's the thing is you look back at all of these movies and you have to ask the question, would they be as good without
No.
John Williams? I don't
Clearly
think they
no.
would. No.
no, not even close.
Even the directors were saying that. You know, I think JJ was the best when he's like, John came up to me and said, "Is that good for Ray's theme?" And he's like, "What am I supposed to say? Like everything he does is good. You know, of course, it's making my movie better. You know, like no matter what he touches, basically turns to gold."
It is like and Ed, going back to what you were saying, like he is like a modern day Mozart. Like you just like, huh? Like everything you do is really great. There's nothing you do that isn't. I wonder, and no one asked him that question. Was there anything that you never liked? But no.
I did not see that. I gotta look for that video. There's a video of two kids playing the Star Wars theme in front of John Williams' house, and that's really cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, like the range and the different movies, it's just nuts. You know, he goes from the kiddie to like the most serious type movies to, you know, action to adventure. I mean, like it's just nuts. Like, yeah, he is. It's funny because it's like if anybody gets the greatest geek award you can find, like he is it. He's impacted all of us. more than anybody else.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of crazy.
You know, like his music has touched everyone at some point. Like, yeah, when I saw them meet the
NBC
press
Nightly
and
News?
NBC Nightly News, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
You remember all these themes. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's insane.
So.
Insane. He did the Oscars too? I didn't even know he did the Oscars. I mean, he's got so many Oscars, so I would assume he would do it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, well, so he's got 5 Academy Awards, 3 Emmys, 4 Golden Globes, 26 Grammys, 7 British Academy Film Awards, and 10 Saturn Awards.
He should have won more Oscars. That's the thing.
I agree.
Like, who the hell beat him? Because he was nominated like 50 times.
Right? Like, who the fuck beat him? But maybe what, Danny Elfman? Maybe. But come on.
Well, you wonder if
I kind of agree with I think both are I think all three that you're right. I think that's really really interesting take. Danny Elfman, the man of goth. Well, I mean, he also did the Simpsons theme. I don't know if I think that's goth, but I mean, still.
Yeah, he did do Simpsons theme. I forgot about that.
And the Spider-Man theme.
Did he?
Yeah.
Personally?
He worked with Sam Raimi.
I did love when he said, I do sequels, but I don't want to do like 3 to 4 movies. But then he ends up doing all the Star Wars movies, ends up doing like what?
All the Indiana Jones.
All the Indiana Jones movies. He did 3 Harry Potter movies. Like, it's like, God damn, man.
Well,
like,
it's because again, you look at it and it's the directors he's working with, right? Like he ended up doing 6 with George there. The last 3 not, but he had such an ownership of them, so he took those, right? The indie movies all with Spielberg, like even the first 2 Harry Potter movies were with what's his face who also did Home Alone. Why am I drawing a blank in his name? Christopher Columbus, right?
Mhm.
And like so these directors, basically it seems like they beg him, like Spielberg like begs him to do this stuff. It's like, and then
him too.
well, yeah, but I mean, you look at it, it's funny because again, like Spielberg's doing his first movie. How old was he? He was like in his early 20s, and he's already in his 40s, and it's just nuts that they connected like that, over old scores, over old, music. Yeah, that was interesting. It was sad though that his first wife passed at 41. I was like, what the?
Yeah, I was like, damn. It's an aneurysm, I think, wasn't it?
I think so.
I like Hans Zimmerman. I don't have a problem with. Like,
I think he's good
in scores.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In this is current like generation of composers. Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any issue with Hans Zimmerman. I think he's one of the great ones. Like, definitely up there. But man, the way like you just go back and just look at the everything that they were playing, every music, everything that you just were playing, Ed, is just like there's no movies that those movies last the test of time, and because of the scores, they will last the test of time forever, and that's fucking iconic. And
the thing that I like when I was going through his credits, I mean, again, it's Star Geeks, and we focus on Star Wars, is that he gets credited with basically every single Star Wars thing that comes out: Lego, video game, movies, TV shows, because they use it. But that's fantastic, because that's what we're talking about. Like, he creates it, and it's almost like you were talking about with Superman. It is Star Wars. You can't do it without coming back to what he created. And that's fantastic. And I hope that goes on until Star Wars is no longer a thing.
That won't never go away. Star Wars will never go away. But like but
you never know, man. Like,
we did have the dark times. There were the dark times where we were getting anything. But I think that, again, that IP, like you said, Lil, that IP makes money.
Well, it's worth a lot, but once it gets public domain, 40 years, 50 years from now.
And again, we have this conversation, like we've had this debate many times that Star Wars is one of the most iconic movies of all time. And that is the reason why, because of the score, because it's Star Wars. And again, it is what it is. Like it's the impact is greater than any to me. Again, we had this conversation and there's a debate. We have a debate, but Star Wars is one of the most iconic movies of all time. There's nothing you can really say, and you can't debate. Like you can debate it all you want because it is what it is, but there's just the impact is just crazy. Visuals, music,
and because
well,
of
that's the thing. Like it took every aspect to that next level, right? Like John Williams was great, but Star Wars took him to that next level. Like he couldn't believe the impact they had on his career, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Visuals were great, but then it took ILM and all the people that working on it to that next level. It took visual effects to the next level. It took all these different aspects of everything to the next level.
Yeah. And that's the impact of Star Wars. It's fucking crazy, but it's just like that is what it is. You know?
But because unlike other movies especially at the time, that you have music that runs the entire movie. Star Wars is one of those to where, and I've done this many times, I'll actually put it on in the car and just listen to it. I don't actually need to see it.
Oh, I do that shit all the time, Ed.
It's fantastic.
Binary Sunset is on my playlist.
Yeah.
Sitting down in the studio with John Williams, hearing Star Wars theme for the first time. I mean, good Lord. Like you just gotta sit there and just you take it in and you just be like, damn, look what I did. Like, look what happened. Like, look what this did. Ridiculous. It's just crazy. Beautiful. I did love the part when, because again, Saving Private Ryan is a great movie, but I do love the part where, you know, not Lucas, but Spielberg they're like, oh, do we put music here? No. In that beginning 15 minutes of Normandy, like there's no music playing. And that is amazing until you get to the Private Ryan, like, you know, was it his brother, like his backpack. Like, that's just amazing to me. Like, and that scene is really still remarkable. And the crazy part is that Spielberg said that the armies played that song. They played that fucking song that is in around the world. Like, that's crazy. Like, that feeling that you get doing something like that, like for John Williams, it's got to be like, just thank you. Like done everything. Yeah.
The emotions that I felt watching just his documentary, between seeing what happened as he's growing up and the loss of his wife, but then hearing all of the music, I think I felt horrible for him as they're talking about that, but once they start playing all of those iconic songs, I had a smile the entire time.
You do. You do. Shit. You feel Ryan's privates. Even privates.
Me too, Snoke. Me too.
Yeah, I get the same feeling, man. You can play it right now, Ed. You can play a clip of it and you'd be like, damn, that feels good. It does. It just feels great, man. It just feels great. So, but yeah, I mean, again, there's not much more we can say. We already know how great he is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at
it was a really good.
Sorry,
our soundboard operator's having some problems. No, but I mean, it's a really good documentary, and I really do think everybody should watch it. I think it's just, it's history, and I look at somebody who you might not realize how much of an impact he's had on all of us. Because you think John Williams, the first thing he goes to Star Wars, right? But then like you look at everything else and it's like, my God. It's
Remember when we all went to go see Jurassic Park in the theaters? And that one part in fucking Jurassic Park when you see those dinosaurs and we're all just like, fuck. And the music's just like, you just like, damn, it made those dinosaurs larger than life. That's
Mhm.
and it's crazy. As you watch that movie, you're just like, damn, those dinosaurs look great. But the music sold your feeling of watching those dinosaurs. You're just like, damn, that was
Very
good.
true.
Yeah,
Very
man.
true.
I know for me, I actually played that at when my wife and I were introduced just after our wedding at our reception. That was the song we were introduced to.
Nice. We were introduced to the 60s Spider-Man theme song.
Nice. Look at
So
Bunch of geeks.
that. Fucking nerds.
yes,
'Cause
indeed.
you're a fucking nerd.
Nerd. But yeah, that's it, man. We're at the 10. We're at what 10 o'clock, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate everybody jumping on, commenting, join us here every week, man. We always got something crazy to talk about. Ed pulled this one out his ass at the last second because I didn't know what we was going to do. So
I know it. I was like, am I gonna have time to fit this shit in? And
yo,
I did.
I know, Lil. Like I was like, I watched it the last minute, but like it was worth watching though. God damn.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, check us out, like us, subscribe. Check out we do have a Facebook page. It's actually the Star Geeks Fleet Group. If you want to check us out there, like I usually post stuff on there every once in a blue moon. You know, it's Facebook, so you post when you want to, you know how that is. But
Yeah. And if I was gonna say, and if anyone has any suggestions on things that they've seen, throw it out.
yeah, and I'm gonna start asking a lot of the community to jump on with us a couple shows. I'm just trying to fix everything up and trying to, you know, get some guests on here and stuff like that. So definitely give me a shout out if you want to jump on with us. Definitely we would love to have it. Usually we review something. We're always reviewing something. We ain't going to not review nothing. I want to make sure that we always reviewing something every week. But yeah, man, we thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you again like, subscribe. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.